This video is about the past, and I'm not gonna lie. I grew up, I'll say, well, born in 2004, so I'll say I was a mix between 2004 and 2012. And I grew up with old YouTube and old shit. So I'm old. So right now, and some people, I'm an old as shit. Like, to be honest, something I notice now is YouTube. YouTube have changed a lot. Like YouTube at that one, like lots of social media had changed, but YouTube had changed a lot. Like I mean, it from what it used to be, I say it got better, but thing is, it changed so much that it's kind of hard for me to start this YouTube channel anyway. Cause I used to grow with people like Dashy, Jacksepticeye, Smalls, videos like that. And this before the censorship of YouTube. So yeah, YouTube has a lot of censorship now, where you can't say stuff. And the one thing I'm more afraid of is the cancel culture. Cause I am afraid to say certain stuff without getting canceled. Because I know how easy it is just for someone to try to cancel you nowadays. But yeah, we're gonna try to start at posting more, like I say, because to be honest, the way I'm doing things, I'm not animated right now. I'm just talking while having a video play in the background. It's kind of easy. So all I'm doing is just talking, recording myself talking. So, but yeah, what we want to do is do animation. So once we get that drawing tab, we're gonna have animation here. Y'all gonna get to see my little doodles and stuff. But back to on the topic of YouTube. Yeah, YouTube changed a lot. Like, bro, even when you look at certain thumbnails, if you go back to old small thumbnails, it used to be wow. Like most thumbnails used to be wow. Now most thumbnail is, and I and that's not just YouTube changing too. That is like the YouTuber change. Cause to be honest, when you start in YouTube, you have to use wow thumbnails to catch your audience. They had to use like I understand now. Cause they had to use wow thumbnail to be like, yeah, that's what got their attention. But now today I already got a bigger fan base now anyway. They don't have to do that much wilder stuff because they fan base is already big anyway. So yeah. But I was just thinking, I'm like, YouTube has changed a lot. And that's why I feel like it's harder to become a YouTuber now. Because cause you could be honest, there was so much things you could do on YouTube now than back then. I mean, back then there was still so much things you could do, but I think it was like limited. Like either you just make funny videos or you're a gamer. Like it basically like this was back then when Vine was a thing, and Vine would really made certain people pop out on YouTube too. Like one of the biggest person, well I wouldn't call them biggest, but one I think some of the biggest people now that I know is I know one of them with King Batch, and there's some other Vine stars that they started off on Vine and they got big on YouTube. They Vine helped build their YouTube, but starting YouTube now, you gotta make a name for yourself somewhere. You started with TikTok, Instagram. You just gotta start your name off somewhere. And some people start out with just it's YouTube, so it's much harder for them to get big in their names out there. And some people they have the right connection to get themselves out there. But some like one of the things that really get yourself out there is promotion. If you can get a YouTube to promote your stuff for you without doing anything, just have them help you out, you have a chance of making it. But the thing is, That where the real journey of YouTube began. And I don't think many people know that about YouTube. Yes, the beginning journey of YouTube is hard already. But the thing is, you trying to get audience. That's what makes it challenge. You trying to get audience. Once you get the audience, you have to learn how to keep the audience now. So now you gotta learn. So now you work focus on two problems. You gotta keep your old audience while trying to bring in new audience. Which means should you change it up or should you keep doing the same thing? Because to be honest, just because your old audience like your old stuff, ain't no telling what the new audience would like it. And that is the ultimate challenge of YouTube. Knowing what to change and what to keep. And the other thing with YouTube, people just give up really easy. Cause they be like, if I can't make it big within 2 to 5 videos, it's just not for me. No, you have to keep making videos. Cause the more videos you make, the more you have a chance of getting up there. But the thing is, it's still a low chance. Like no matter what, it's a low chance. Your chances to keep going up by slim. And I don't do YouTube, but I know about where I'm starting YouTube. So I don't know much about YouTube, but I believe that how it works. So yeah, like most YouTubers, like people just look at a new you all they YouTuber they watch back then and be like, man, they made it big. Maybe I could do that and make it big. The thing is, when we started watching them, they were already pretty popular in their names. One YouTuber I know they got popular off of another YouTuber. Well, she didn't get popular off, but she helped this YouTuber out. Jaden Animation. I remember I used to be a big fan of, I think her name was Cupcake back then. Because she used to play Five Nights at Freddy. I would hear playing Five Nights at Freddy. And she did an animation for her. And when I was young, I didn't know that. But when I was older, I was like, this is Jaden Animation work. And that's how Jada Animation kind of got big in the YouTube because to be honest, she helped out a big upcoming YouTuber that pushed her stuff up. Then since she helped her out and Jada was making video at the time, they saw her animation and it boosted her up. And to be honest, the animation community, I say it boosted up in like the 2015s to 2000, probably later, not later, earlier than that. Because to be honest, I like animation because I want to be an animated YouTuber. That's one of my biggest goals. Only I'm not doing it right now because I don't have a drawing tablet. But that thing is, I feel like the quality of animation went down. Like we got good story time and good YouTube videos. But the thing is, animation used to actually they used to actually animation. They animated their character. They had unique character design. That like Dummix, Alex Clark, freaking Jaden, all ones out. They all had very unique animation. You could look at each one of the animations and tell who was who. Now most of the animation are just stick animation, which I have no problem. It worked for them and it made them and got them millions of subscribers. Got them a good million subscribers, got them a good bit of millions of views. But the thing is, it's not unique now because the thing is, you can change up a little bit, but the thing is, it's still just a stick animation no matter how you put it. It's not that, it's really not unique. I mean, it's unique because they do modify some of their stick animation character, which is different stuff, maybe accessories. That's about it. But it's still just a stick animation character. And to be honest, I have no problem with that. I have no problem. It made the million. And the way my biggest thing with YouTube is it works. Don't don't fix it. If if that was big at the time, you would milk that until you really can't no more to get big. Could it be done that way? YouTube is, and you can find a trend. You milk that trend to get up there until you gotta find another trend. That all being famous is finding a trend, doing that trend, and hope you get lucky. Cause to be honest, you're not the only one that gonna be doing that trend. It's gonna be millions of people doing that same trend. You just gotta be unique with it. Be the one out of a million that actually get a larger audience than the other millions of people. And that's all YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all these social media is. Finding a trend to get famous off, or finding something that make you unique from all the other people. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Shoot, beyond that, I don't know what I'm gonna name this YouTube. Probably how to get big on YouTube. Probably something. I don't know. But yeah, peace out, y'all.